Hey guys, how are you today? Awkward intro because you can't answer me. Today I'm gonna do an empties video because I have quite a bit of products in this big old bag of mine. I literally have been running out of everything and just repurchasing basically the same stuff. So I'm just gonna go through my bag and kind of give you guys mini reviews on everything that I've used up. I'm gonna start with the simple Micellar wipes. I used 2 of them, obviously, and I have another one in my bathroom right now. These are my favorite wipes ever. I tried just the other ones. It's in green packaging, I believe, unless they redid their packaging. I think that's the only difference, is these are the Micellar water makeup wipes and the other ones are just regular makeup wipes. I also tried the Garnier Micellar water cleanser. Micellar cleansing water. There's like a pink cap and a blue cap. This one I believe is for sensitive skin. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. I didn't really look up how I was supposed to use this, so I know you're supposed to put it on like a cotton pad and use it to rub off all your makeup. What I did is I kind of just squirted it in my hand, like rubbed it together like a cleanser and ended up just like using it that way, and it didn't work very well. So I might repurchase this to try it properly because I didn't really like it the way that I was using it. No surprise there because I was using it completely wrong. The reason that I used that like that was because I was really used to this, which is the Dermalogica Precleanse. I'm really sorry about this reflective lighting. I'm trying this new thing where I have the camera behind the ring light instead of in front of the ring light. I don't really know if I'm liking it better or worse yet. But anyways, yeah, this is the Dermalogica Precleanse. You use it to just get off all of your makeup before you cleanse. Pre-cleanse. This is something that I could just kind of squirt in my hand, rub together, and it would literally take all of my makeup off. Although I'm pretty sure you are supposed to use some sort of cotton pad with this too. But yeah, this never hurt my eyes. The micellar water, when it got in my eyes, it burned. So that's one thing that I didn't like about it at all. This did not burn my eyes ever. The only thing is it's pretty expensive. This whole skincare line is. This is definitely one of the things that I will be repurchasing from their line because I am in love with it. This is the Maybelline Clean Express makeup remover. I looked up on Pinterest a dupe for the Mary Kay oil-free eye makeup remover because I am in love with that eye makeup remover. I have to go through Corey's mom to get that. She was recently going through like a really hard time, so I didn't want to bug her to, you know, do me a favor by getting me one. So I ended up just looking for a dupe online and found that this one was mentioned by a few different people, and I figured I would give it a shot. It's the waterproof eye makeup remover. I wouldn't say it's an exact dupe for the Mary Kay oil-free makeup remover because this one does still kind of leave an oily residue, kind of like baby oil. But that being said, it works really well. I really need to get on the whole cotton swab bandwagon though, because I know that you're not supposed to just put it on your hands and rub it in your eye and hope for the best. That's what I do. That being said, I used this incorrectly and it still worked great. So this is probably my favorite drugstore moisturizer that I've ever tried. It's the Garnier Skinactive Ultra Lift Miracle Wake Up Cream. It's a anti-fatigue Hydra Gel Moisturizer. There we go. That's what I was trying to get at. So that's what it looks like. I just love the feeling of this gel moisturizer. This was so expensive where I went to go repurchase it. I think I went to Rite Aid. I want to say this was like $17 to $20 something, and I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're a broke mofo like I am, that's a lot. So I ended up opting for a St. Ives moisturizer that was like $10-ish, but I just love the feeling of this because it would just glide on so nicely. Like, I hate when I have to use a ton of moisturizer just to get it to cover my whole face. This, like, I would use 2 peas size amounts. It dried down really nice, but it didn't make my skin feel dry once it dried down. Kind of on the pricier side for a drugstore, but I will say that it is totally worth it. The person that I heard about this was Tati? Tati? Is that how you say her name? Tati? Anyways, I love her. I just don't really remember how to pronounce her name. I just watched her wedding video actually. Oh my god, it melted my heart. She's the one who told me personally, yeah, we're friends. No, she in one of her videos she mentioned this. So I picked it up because I trust everything she says. I actually just used this up yesterday, and I actually think that might be why I broke out. I got it in an Ipsy bag. It's Whish Renewing Mud Mask. It's like an exfoliating mask, so that's what it looks like. You put it on like a thin layer, and then you only leave it on. It says start at 15 seconds. Yeah, begin by leaving on for 15 seconds and slowly work up to 2 minutes. So it's like 2 minutes tops. I probably left mine on for like 4 minutes because I got distracted by the voice, and my skin felt really, really nice like immediately after. Like a few minutes later, It seemed like all of my texture and stuff had kind of come from the dead. I don't know. But I was like, oh, it's probably, you know, one of those detox masks that kind of pulls everything to the surface and then your skin looks great. So fingers crossed that that's what it's doing. I just ran out of this. It's the MAC Strobe Cream. I use this on days where my skin just feels a little bit drier. I kind of use it as a primer on top of my moisturizer, and it just creates a really nice dewy look to the skin. No matter what foundation I put on top of it, it just gives this really nice hydrated skin look. I've repurchased this 4 times now. I just love it. Pro tip, purchase the small one. Even purchase like 3 of the small ones before purchasing one of the bigger ones. It comes out to be less expensive than the bigger one, but more product. This is MAC Fix Plus. Everyone's heard of this. I used it as a setting spray. Not really a setting spray. I used it like a setting spray, but all it did was calm down like the powdery look of my foundation. And then I also would spray this on like my little brush that I would use for inner corner highlight, or just any eyeshadow that I wanted to really pop that was shimmery. But yes, I love MAC Fix Plus. So this one is a shampoo. I threw away the conditioner, didn't realize. So I hope you guys can see that. That's what it looks like. I dyed my hair like a dark red and then purchased this because it's specifically sulfate free for color care. Sulfate is like the #1 thing that strips color out of your hair. So if you are coloring your hair, definitely make sure you're getting a sulfate free shampoo and conditioner. Continued using this until it was gone, even after my red had faded. This is supposed to be an anti-fade system. Yeah, no harsh salts, natural botanicals. It's supposed to preserve your color. I mean, red fades super fast no matter what. So I do think this did preserve my red, but I didn't see, you know, any crazy long-lasting results because I was using this. This made my hair so soft, so nice. I'm definitely going to try out other things from this brand. This is L'Oreal, but like the specific EverPure brand. Taylor Swift, Incredible Things. The name says it all. The packaging is so cute. It's like watercolor. Corey actually got this for me, so I don't exactly know how much it was. It's pretty affordable. I think it was under $40. I think it was like $30, $35. It's probably my favorite perfume that I have owned so far. My Revlon Colorstay foundation. This is my holy grail drugstore foundation, like by far. Today I'm wearing the Fit Me foundation, this one right here. I do really like this foundation. It's just not as full coverage as this one, and it's not as long lasting as this one. The only thing with this one is they don't have a color that is like my perfect color. I don't know why I was crossing my fingers there. Like, I'm just hoping that they come out with my perfect color someday. They came out with a new shade, and I thought it was my shade because it was like between Porcelain, I think that's what the first shade is called, and Buff, which is the one that I get, and it was still too light, and I was like, Buff is just like that much too dark for me. So I'm waiting for like a light buff. I think that would be amazing. Anyways, I just love this foundation. It's a good everyday foundation because it's really light wearing, but it's like a medium coverage. So you can still see your imperfections and everything when you wear it, but it's a good like everyday foundation, if that makes any sense. Like, it looks good on your skin. It makes your skin still remain looking like skin, and it doesn't look like you have a bunch of makeup on. Here's another Revlon Colorstay. It looks like the brand might be Dr. G, my skin mentor. It says Sensitive Plus, Daily Safe BB. That's what it looks like. I posted about this on my Snapchat because I was blown away. It is by far the best BB cream I have ever used. Spreads out so nicely, but it's honestly like a foundation. Like, it has coverage like a foundation, but it feels so lightweight, like a BB cream, obviously. Honestly, my hand is so dry right now, and putting that on, you can't see any of the dryness on my hand. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I need to buy this in full size to give it like a true test. What did it say on the back? It said something about like full coverage. Yeah, with excellent coverage. And I remember reading that and just like, you're a BB cream, like, you're not gonna have excellent coverage. And then I tried it and I was like, well, fuck me, prove me wrong. It blew my mind. I tried this, the Magic Decrease Eyelid Primer by L'Oreal. If I can just tell you one thing to never buy, it is this. There's nothing magical about this eyelid primer. It does not decrease. It is the opposite of decrease. It makes creases that weren't even there before. Oh my god, I hate this stuff so much. It has a pretty nice consistency, but when it's on the eyelid, oh my god, it like flakes up. It's just all bad. It is all bad. No. Okay, so I have 3 Fit Me concealers because I buy these constantly. I think I use like one of these a month. They are so raved about because they act like high-end concealers, but they are so affordable, which is good because I purchase these all the time. I use the fair shade. I've tried the light shade, and Yeah, no. The light shade is number 10 and it's darker than the fair shade, which is number 15. It makes no sense to me. I kind of wish they would change that, but now it would just be confusing because I'm finally used to this. So yeah, it's the concealer I'm wearing today, every day, all the time. It's just my favorite. I just have a couple more concealers to talk about. I will start with an oldie, but a goodie, MAC Prolongwear concealer. I used these as foundation actually, like when I first started getting into like heavier makeup. I watched Liz Megan on iHeartMakeup 92. By the way, where did she go? I'm so sad. Like she hasn't posted in like 4 months. I know she was like going through some issues and she like disabled comments like on all of her videos, but I just miss her. She was my one OG YouTuber. Like she's the one who got me started watching YouTube videos because I don't know, I just adored her. She is so sweet. She's the one who got me started using MAC Prolongwear concealer. And I used it as foundation just like she did, and I freaking loved using it as foundation. Looking back, it did look a little bit cakey, and this shade is NW20, so it was definitely too dark for me, but the coverage is amazing. I haven't really used it in a long time, so I can't really gauge it as like a concealer compared to the concealers that I use now, especially since I have the wrong shade. I mean, these are both so empty I couldn't even try it if I wanted to. I really want to repurchase these just for like comparison's sake to see if it's as good as I remember. This concealer I was in love with for so long. It's the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Concealer. I really want to repurchase it again to just kind of compare my love for it to how I used to feel about it, because whenever I wanted my makeup to look like bomb, I would use this concealer because it just always made my under eyes look fucking amazing. One thing I will say is I think that this is the lightest shade and I wish there was a lighter shade. 301 Fair. I know it's like the same shade as my foundation and I want my concealer to be just a tad bit lighter than my foundation. I really don't have anything bad to say about this. Like honestly, the coverage is amazing. I'm so repurchasing this now that I have remembered about it because this stuff is so good. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. This one I was actually disappointed in, which sucks because I spent like a decent amount on this. This is a higher end product. Heard amazing things. And I don't know if my under eyes are just too dry for this, but this concealer always just accentuated my creases, my dryness. When I would pat it out, the creases would kind of just stay. I don't know. It like dried too fast. So many people love it. I honestly thought I was going to love it. And not only that, maybe I should have gotten a darker shade, which sounds really weird, but whenever I used this shade, it's the lightest one, I'm pretty sure, Fair, it just made around my eyes look almost sickly, like they were too light. I wasn't crazy about this one. This one is the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I absolutely love how this concealer looks, but again, it like dries too fast. So just some concealer backstory. If you haven't watched any of my makeup tutorials or anything, I always put my concealer on and then just kind of let it seep into my skin, I guess, and I do my brows, and then once my brows are done, then I'll go back and pat out all the creases and set my concealer, and that's basically the way that works for me. That makes my concealer last all day and look good. This concealer though, and the Naked Skin concealer both, it dried so fast that I didn't really have the time to do that. If I went back to pat out the creases, it just didn't work. Like the creases would just stay, or it would just kind of, I don't know, it just looked dry and weird. So this one I did have to set immediately. This is a high coverage concealer, like no doubt about that. I loved the color that this was. This is 005 Light Natural, and I just loved this color on me. I really want to try other things from Catrice because their whole line is so affordable. The whole drying pretty quickly thing kind of puts me off, but I love the color and the coverage that this gives so much that I'm willing to look past that. The last concealer that I have is the Wet n Wild Celebrity Concealer. It's from the Fergie line. It looks like this. All of it's pretty much like rubbed off, so even if I held it up close, you won't really be able to tell. This one is in Fair. Every concealer I ever have is called Fair, just so you know. But this one I used as a spot concealer. I purchased this forever ago. I don't know why this isn't in my last empties video. Maybe it was. It's not exactly empty, like there's still some product in here. Gotten to that old point where it kind of just squirts out like watery shit, like it's gross. I tried this a couple times as under eye concealer and oh my god, it just looked so cakey and bad. So I used this as a spot concealer on my skin and it worked pretty well for that. Would I repurchase this? No, because I know I can find a different spot concealer that works way better. So I have two NYX Micro Brow Pencils in Taupe. I used to go through these probably once a month, just like my concealers. I kind of bought those at the same time. I got these at Fred Meyer's, but now every single time I go to Fred Meyer's, they are never in stock. Never. They never have Taupe in stock. These are basically a dupe to Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Ever since I discovered these, I chose these over the Brow Wiz because they're so much more affordable. And I just absolutely love the color that these make my brows. They match like my hair perfectly. I've just been using a brow powder ever since I ran out. It's just not the same. Next brow product is the Brow Definer by Physicians Formula, and I guess I'll talk about these at the same time because this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer Physicians Formula one. It's really nice. The color is. However, if you're like me and you don't already have like full natural brows, this sucks at drawing on brows on the skin that aren't already there. It's great for just darkening what I already had, and the color is really nice. I got Blonde Beige, by the way. I really liked the color, but like I said, trying to draw a tail on with this was impossible. I had to go in with another product because this just would not show up on my skin by itself. The Brow Definer, on the other hand, is magical. The one thing that I don't like about it is how fat the applicator is. See, it's pretty fat on the end. When I was trying to get just a nice taper on my tail of my brow, it just never really worked out right. I always had to go in and clean it up with concealer. So definitely pros and cons to both. This little brush though, I don't understand. I tried using it on my brows a couple times and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Whereas this one comes with a spoolie, so if I had to choose between both of these, I would 100% go with the ABH Brow Definer. So I have been on the hunt for my Holy Grail mascara, as you can see. I have so many freaking mascaras. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous. So I have the waterproof, the original, and then the carbon black formula. I really do like these. However, I have to go through and like scrape all of the product off first and then use it, and then it's fantastic. Once they like start to dry out, they get really flaky. These are not all empty mascaras. I've just been on the search for finding one that I really love. So this one's the only one that's really dried out. And this is the waterproof. I believe this is the first one I bought and I really liked it. That's why I ended up going and getting the other ones. And I thought maybe this one was getting flaky because it was the waterproof. These aren't dried out yet, so I don't really know if they're gonna do the same flaky thing. So I guess I will let you know. The next one is the Supersizer CoverGirl Fibers Mascara. You guys have seen me use this in a couple tutorials, I believe. I also got the Star Wars version. So these are the same thing. It's just this one's packaged Star Wars. This one is in brown and this one's in black. I love this mascara. It is so great for lengthening. I love it because it doesn't get like clumpy. I will usually choose a lengthening mascara over a volumizing one. Personally, being fair-skinned, being a redhead, I like the more brown, natural looking lashes. So I opt for this one because I got it in brown. And then this one's very black, so I haven't really reached for this one except for when I'm doing really intense makeups where I want my lashes to be black. And then the other CoverGirl mascara that I use all the time is the Lash Blast. I cannot say this. Lash Blast Fusion. I like to keep these when it's dried out because I love the wand on this. I've never had a mascara wand that is so good at like declumping other mascaras. So this is completely dried out. I like to just run it over other mascaras that tend to get too clumpy and it just takes out all the clumps. And it's amazing. And then I have these three Maybelline mascaras here. I have the Illegal Length, which I found really hard to use. I don't know if it's just me. I would try to kind of coat the mascara on. It would seem that no more was going on. Like I could not build up this mascara. I don't know. I'm not crazy about the wand. Like it seems kind of just like sloppy and spiky. And I'm sure it's how it's supposed to be. But it's just not my preference. I won't be repurchasing the Illegal Length one. And then there's the Maybelline Colossal, which I'm gonna be honest, I only bought because it had the leopard print right here on the lid. I thought that was super cute. But I did like this mascara. It has a weird like bend. I'm constantly like twirling the brush. So this one was kind of hard for me to use. Probably won't be repurchasing this one. It has like a weird smell. I forgot about that until I just pulled it out. I don't know. It's definitely like a flower scent though. I'm just not very good at pinning down my flower scents. And then we have the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara. It's not really anything special, to be honest. I bought this because I heard that it was really good for bottom lashes. I quickly found out that I didn't like it for my bottom lashes. The brush is pretty fat and I prefer like smaller brushes to go on my bottom lashes because I don't know why, I just suck applying mascara to my bottom lashes. On top of that, they have this like indent right here in the wand. I don't know if you can see that, but it makes it so the wand is super bendy. I prefer like a stiffer wand to be able to really like press into my lashes and have like the most control. You guys know what I mean? I don't know. So I wouldn't really repurchase this one either. So this one, it's another L'Oreal one. It's the L'Oreal Telescopic, which I'm sure you guys have heard about because this mascara is like raved about. For some reason, this like wand is really good at like grabbing your lashes. Your lashes will almost stick to the wand. Makes it so good at coating them. It's just, I have to be super careful when I'm applying it because for some reason, every time I use this, I get it on my eyelid or my under eyes. I don't know what it is. I just always make a mess with this. When I am really careful with it, it usually pays off because my lashes look great. Okay, last mascara. And then I just have one more product to talk about after this mascara and we are done. This is the Essence I Heart Extreme Mascara. Volume mascara, sorry. This is amazing, especially for the price. Oh my gosh, I think this was $2 or $3. I was so impressed with this. I used this religiously. I didn't use any other mascara for probably a month or two. Look at that fat brush. Oh my god, it is huge, but it is so good. I wouldn't use this for my bottom lashes, but for my top lashes, it literally took like nothing and my lashes were done. Oh, I love this mascara. I need to repurchase one for sure. I feel like I just want to try more Essence in general. Their brand is so affordable, but everything I've tried, I won't say everything. I tried like a pressed glitter from them and I was so disappointed. Oh, there's a spider on my wall behind the camera. Okay, fuck. Oh, where's Corey when I need him? Oh god. Should I just use this? This is really flat. But then I have to get really close to the spider and I'm not down with that. Maybe that? Oh, it's just a spider, Ashley. It's just a spider. I made it fall. Oh my fucking god. Why did I do that? Okay, so yeah, I'm sitting on my feet now to avoid the spider that I just blew onto my floor. Hopefully it crawls up the wall again and I can kill it. Good thing we're almost done here. I have one last product to talk about. It's a very random product. This is a tube of glitter. I got this at Hot Topic like during high school. As you can see, I've almost used it all. But I just wanted to mention this really quick because this is like a nostalgic product for me. I would use this like in every single makeup look ever. When I was trying to do any sort of shimmery or glittery look, I would always throw this onto my eyelid. But this is the only loose glitter that I've ever had. I just have to admit I'm not like super into glittery eye looks. I like shimmery eye looks, but like glitter, like it has to be a special occasion. Like I have to be doing like a fairy makeup. Maybe it's just because I overused glitter growing up, so I just don't really love it anymore. I used it a lot and it was just like a little cheap thing from Hot Topic and it worked really good. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in here because for some reason I still have this little tube of glitter. It's almost empty. So yeah, kind of just wanted to randomly throw that in here. Okay guys, that is all of my empties. I am so excited to throw all this shit away that's just been hanging out in a bag in my room. Everything works differently for other people, so if I bash something that you love in this video, don't take it personally. I have to say, I have never used up a lip product completely. I guess I've just never found one that I love so much that I use it up completely. I don't know how people use stuff like that up. And like eyeshadow palettes, people that have like hit pan on every single eyeshadow, I'm like, how? I don't understand. I mean, that's kind of goals. I get like gleeful. Gleeful? Is that a word? I get excited when I hit pan on something, and I know that's maybe weird. I don't know. Let me know if you guys like these kind of videos, if you want to see more empty product reviews, or, you know, if they just bore the shit out of you and you don't want me to do them anymore. Seriously, just let me know. I appreciate the feedback. So I'm gonna take off here so that I can try to track down that spider and kill it. I know I'm a horrible person, but if you come in my house and you scare me like that, you deserve to die. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye! Sensitive. I mean, the name says Taylor Swift, Incredible Things. I mean, the name says it all. Shage it. I can't say this.